Who am I? Another video. Okay, first, I just want to start off by saying thank you for the feedback and responses and love and sharing my video, which was incredible. And for everyone that reached out that said that they got something from that video, the tip and trick of turning your mirror. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I actually did simple look again today, and I did a different wing liner technique where I start here in the corner and I bring it up and in. So I'll include that in the video I'm going to do, where I do the different eyeliner techniques that I've learned over the years. But today, at work talking, had a conversation with the girls and got the idea to take a simple everyday look. I still don't know where to look. I mean, I know where to look, but I just look at myself instead. Anyways, so I'm going to take a simple everyday look to a look that if after work you're gonna go to a happy hour or you're gonna go to dinner or whatever, you're gonna stop by your house real quick, just something really quick and simple to do. I mean, I say quick and simple, but it really, really is. I will show all the brushes that I use, and heads up, the majority of them are from Morphe. Again, I enjoy the quality, and the price point of them is affordable for anyone. A lot of people that I've purchased the eye kits from, the brushes, is an eye kit from Morphe. Ranges anywhere from 25 to 50, and you get like 12 to 17 brushes or something along those lines. And I typically wait until they have a sale, which they always have a sale, so I could always direct you to which eye kit I think would be great for you, especially if you're a beginner. They have like, I think it's like, it's the 12, I think it's 12, 7 or 12, I forget. Anyways, there's always a basic set of brushes that I use for every single eye look I've ever done. So anyways, I'm gonna just jump right into it. As you can see, I just have my wing liner. I don't have anything on my lids. This is my crusty makeup from the entire day. I'm using a Morphe palette. I'm using this one. It has some warm neutrals. I don't have the lighting down just yet, but we are gonna work a lot with these colors, like these two rows here, and then darken it up with some of these here. And I'll show you how not to be afraid of shimmers. I used to be so against shimmers. My sister wears shimmers all the time, and I was just like, shimmers are so like $19.95. But I'm big into shimmers now. Anyways, this is, I got this in like it's like the copper kit, or is it the mocha kit? I don't know, it's 25B, it doesn't have a name. This is old school, like old school packaging. Like I've had this forever and a day, and as you can see, it's barely used. So I always start with a transition color, and depending on your skin tone, you're going to change your transition color, but for the most part, the transition color, the purpose of it is to just get an even color here in the crease to make whatever you blend below it and above it blend out nicely. I am so-so on transition colors. I think it does help, especially if you're gonna do like a super glam look, but I don't think it's absolutely necessary for every single eye look. It doesn't matter what you're blending and how you're blending up. At the end of the day, blending, the purpose of blending is to have, you know, one color fade nicely into the other. So if you use the right tools and techniques and product, then you'll be fine. You don't necessarily have to follow every single step. And this is, as I said yesterday, how I do like a sloppy look or whatever. This is gonna be one of those sloppy looks to just, you know, and we'll polish it up, you'll see. Anyways, so transition shade here in the crease, and probably won't show up on camera, barely shows up here. I will be going over the eyeliner, but luckily, since we already have the shape there, we will just follow it again. I tried to put the camera as close as possible so you can see, but this is really just doing the windshield wiper look or technique. Alright, so from here I'm going to go on for a darker color. this one here. And then again, right where I started. I usually start a lot of my eye looks here, like in that crease, that pocket, like where your eye ends, you know, and so like push it in. This looks stupid and weird, but that's how I get it in there, and you'll see my eye just make weird looks. I think everybody blends up to their own liking, but if you start with lighter shades and you build up and you bring it up little by little, lighter, light color by light color, and then you start deepening it a little bit, you won't be as afraid, and that'll give you a really nice blown out smoky look. Ooh. Okay, this one. See, showing you guys in there makes it difficult for me to remember where I left off. Anyways. And a lot of time for that smoky look, I bring it down on my lash line, so don't be afraid to blow out your lash line. Kind of gives you a nice polished all over look. All right, so can't really see much, but there we are. Oh yeah, and I'm just using like a fluffy tapered brush, like the size of a soybean. Why did I compare it to a soybean? Oh God. Oh my God. Okay, so now that we did like what I would consider two medium shades, I'm gonna bring it down here to the lower one, and I'm gonna take these two here, because don't be afraid to mix your colors. And then start here in the crease, and and I'm using a much more tapered angled brush, kind of like has a point at the end more so than the fluffy rounder one. And this is to really concentrate color in an area, but still, blend it out. So here I'm just sticking to halfway in my eye. And this is where little by, here, okay. I start deepening the color and giving it that little bit more like glam look. And this is essentially all I do for most of my eye looks. I'm really big in deepening the crease. So now I'm going to take this darker brown, same brush. I'm also not going to be switching out brushes like crazy, because one, I know a lot of you are not going to run out and go purchase a ton of brushes. But either way, at the end of the day, my most used brushes are going to be these, the ones that I used in this video. And so again, I am concentrating it here in like that part that your eye goes in. And let's say you're like, oh, I put too much, which I mean I didn't, but like I put too much or I don't like it or whatever. Take the bigger round one that you started with that has the lighter shades on it, and then right above it, just blend it out. Either way, we have to do this technique no matter what at the end of the eye look. So, and then the same sort of compact tapered brush somewhere in here. I have an even smaller one that's even tighter. Where is it? Also, this is why you shouldn't have that many brushes, because then you can't find them. Oh, okay. Here, this one. I'm going to go with the darkest color. And I'm going to do it in the mirror, like here in the camera, so you can see. And I just start dotting it and like packing it in right there in the crease. So you can see. Pick up a little bit more. It's actually easier for me to see this right here, sorry. So I just put it there in the crease to where the eyeliner ends. take the second brush that we used with whatever product is in there and do circles inward. So it comes up, but then you're bringing it back in. So starting here, right? And then circles in. I don't know, can you see? Alright, so then go back, do the other one, pack, pack, pack. Now, I know some of you have said that you can't do a look like this, or you don't feel comfortable doing a look like this, or it's just, you don't have the eye shape for it or whatever. So, one, you're wrong. Two, if when you open your eye and you don't really have too much of the lid here, and kind of like when you open your eye, it all kind of disappears and you just really have this part here. All you do is when your eye is open, so you have your mirror in front of you, right? Hold it up at eye level, right? So you can, so you can see where your eye opens and what skin you have to work with. And then just lightly just draw a crease. And so you pack in color right above it, little by little. And then you get like that fake little, that look that you have one and you really don't. And then you get to accomplish that smoky look. I'm also very much in love with the makeup look of having like dark right here that kind of like comes up because it gives you like that cat look. And you can do that with any color. So if you're gonna do like a purple eye, you would add, for example, black. I know it's a scary color and black tends to have a lot of fallout, but you would get like a small little brush like this. Wait, yay! So you would do a small one like this. I don't have black in this one. Oh well, we'll use this dark color. So you would get a small little brush like this, and right here in your crease, just start adding it. Like where your eye would open, so then you would take the second brush that you used and blend it out. Because I'm anal now, I have to do that same technique to the other eye, so bear with me. Okay. I hope you guys can see, or that I'm explaining this process sufficiently. Anyways, same little thing, blend it out. Alright, so, one of two things can happen at this point. You can leave it as is now that you have some color. Let me see if I turn this down just one more. I feel like it's just, I don't know, maybe you can see a little bit better like this. No sense. But, I mean, you get the gist. But if you're going out and, oh, you like my tacos? They light up. My tacos have lights. What was I gonna say? Oh, if you're okay with just this kind of look and then you do a lip, you know, whether it's bold or not, because I think neutral browns, you can do any kind of lip with. You know, if you want to go for a darker lip, I love like that 90s grunge gothy vibe. If you want the glossy lip, that's super choochy. Or you want to do like a neutral matte, which I am very much a matte person and I love neutral colors, like a nudie neutral. You can do that too, and you're just kind of like, I'm super earthy. So you can, if you want to just make it like a tad bit more. So at this point, let me stop here real quick. If you're good with this look, then you would just take your eyeliner. Ooh, can I get closer? Okay, then you take your eyeliner, and since you already have the wing, you just color over it. Y mira, yeah, you're done. And then over here, same thing. So, you see? You see me? You see me? There, maybe not that close there. So, if you're good with this look, then you can drop off now if you want, and I won't waste any more of your time. But if you want to make it a little bit more, then kind of follow the same steps in the colors that we used to make this look, but obviously omitting the transition color, and start with like that like second to third medium color that we did. This would then be the transition color for a blown out lash line. And for me, for doing the bottom lash, because you know we're all like see, I can't get that close. I have the mirror lower, it's like lower than me, right? So lower than eye level, and it's actually faced down a little bit. So, can you see? Oh, excuse me. Anyways, and then you look down just a little bit, and you bring it on the lash line, and then bring it down just a little bit. You see? I gotta think of another word. I'm gonna stop saying you see. There we go. And slowly, so you don't freak yourself out, so you don't get it in your eye, just slowly go on the lash line, and little by little, once you see that it's blended out, bring it down just a little bit. Then go for the second to last color we did, that's pretty dark, and that concentrate really just on the lashes, don't bring that down. And then go for the darkest color, and for the darkest color I really concentrated just like here, in like just a little bit, like that, because I want like that that pulled look. So anyways, now the rest is just pure preference. If you want to do your waterline with some black to really make it smoky, then once you do that, take the same little teeny tiny brush and blend out your waterline so that it smudges down a little bit. And then go in with your second to last brush and lightly sweep this at the bottom so that it blends everything. Bro, you're done. You're done. And that's it. That's it. So yeah, anyways. So this is going from the simple look I showed you yesterday to, okay, super judgy. Let's go somewhere. All right, anyways, thank you. Yeah. Okay, bye.